A chilling tale, a family of four suddenly vanishes, lights stay on at night, and a terrifying truth unveiled. This is a true story, a shocking case that shook China. A family mysteriously disappeared, but at night, lights were still seen in their home. 8 months later, the horrifying truth emerged. They were all gone forever. The disappearance Vin Siu, a 26-year-old man, lived with his parents and grandfather in apartment 13 on the fifth floor of building 12 in the steel factory housing complex in Liuan County, Hebei Province, China. On October 23, 2006, after finishing his shift, Siu took the company shuttle bus home with his friend, Li Yunlong. They planned to eat lunch and meet again at the factory later that afternoon. At 2 p.m., Yunlong knocked on Siu's door, but no one answered. Assuming Siu had already left for the factory, Yunlong left as well. From that day, no one ever saw Siu again. Siu's entire family also mysteriously vanished. Yunlong asked their relatives, but no one knew where they had gone. Over time, the case faded into obscurity. The lights. One night in late December 2006, Yunlong passed by Building 12 and noticed lights on in Siu's apartment. Thinking his friend had returned, he rushed upstairs to knock on the door, but there was no response. Moments later, the lights went out. Rumors quickly spread throughout the housing complex that the apartment was haunted. The grim discovery. On July 3, 2007, security staff at the complex reported a foul odor coming from Siu's apartment. This was 8 months after the family had last been seen. Breaking a window to enter through the balcony, police found a woman's body wrapped in a blanket in the kitchen. 3 men's bodies in 2 bedrooms, including Siu. All 4 victims had fatal neck wounds. A calendar in the living room was marked for October 23, 2006, leading police to conclude that the murders occurred that same day. Siu had likely been attacked after returning home from work that afternoon. The apartment was ransacked, with belongings scattered everywhere. The investigation. Police found 3 distinct shoe prints at the scene. 1. A blood-stained shoe print, likely from the day of the crime. 2. A dusty shoe print indicating someone had returned later. 3. A muddy shoe print, likely made on a rainy day after the initial murders. There were no signs of forced entry, suggesting the killer was someone the family knew. Neighbors described the family as quiet and financially stable, preparing to buy a new home for Siu's wedding. Siu had also recently purchased a new computer, which was missing. Police speculated that robbery was the motive, as the home showed signs of being searched. A break in the case. Bank records revealed that at 4:30 p.m. on October 23, 2006, a man used Siu's ID and deposit slips to withdraw 90,000 yuan from his account. A faint, blood-stained fingerprint on one slip became a critical piece of evidence. Investigators focused on residents of the steel factory housing complex, particularly those with criminal records or gambling debts. Their prime suspect was Zhao Longgang, 31, a gambler deeply in debt. He had sold his truck a year earlier to pay off creditors, but became mysteriously wealthy after the murders, repaid his debts, and bought a new vehicle. When summoned for questioning, Zhao trembled and refused to cooperate. His fingerprints matched the one on the bank slip, and 2 pairs of his shoes matched prints found at the crime scene. The confession. Zhao was arrested on July 7th, 2007. He confessed that in June 2006, after selling his truck and still failing to pay off his debts, he decided to rob someone. Overhearing that the Siu family was preparing to buy a new home, he assumed they had large amounts of cash in their apartment. On the morning of October 23rd, 2006, Zhao knocked on Siu's door. Finding it unlocked, he entered and used a TV cable to strangle Siu's father, who was asleep. He then hid in the apartment, waiting for Siu's mother and grandfather to return, killing them one by one. When Siu came home for lunch, Zhao attacked him from behind and killed him as well. After the murders, Zhao stole cash and documents to withdraw money from the bank. He returned twice, once to take mobile phones and later under the cover of night to steal the family's computer. It was during this third visit that Yunlong saw the lights on. Justice. At his trial, Zhao admitted to killing all 4 victims. For his heinous crimes, he was sentenced to the maximum penalty, death. The tragic case of the Siu family remains one of the most chilling examples of greed-driven violence in modern Chinese history.